Welcome to another Fall of the Empire. Here we're going to take a little study on our main man, Barack Obama. Now, I believe the empire started declining in the 60s. That's where you saw all the radical changes. That's where the SEDs shot up. That's where the children out of wedlock shot up. That's where crime shot up. That's where all the race problems shot up, right? Things got very complicated in the 60s. That's when people stopped believing the government. Before the 60s, Americans and the government were one. After the 60s, America just turned to shit in the 60s, right? Long story short, the hippie movement, everything was insane. Probably more divided in the 60s than we are now. But we got through it. And we developed a culture with all those problems. And it was okay because no country is perfect. It wasn't bad enough to say that the country was over. But then Obama comes into the picture. And I'm not going to blame it on Bush. I got to blame it on this guy because anybody could get a terrorist attack and be a bad president, right? But this guy was more than a president. This guy kind of still runs the country in a way, right? Now, what I want to point out is that this guy is not an honorable man, in my opinion. He wasn't he may be an honorable man in his personal life because I don't know him. But as a president, this guy played us, bro. He played us for saps, for fools. This is a man that was poor, and now he's worth over $300 million. How can you not find any dishonor in that? We're a country, but by design, that's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen. And you're the most popular politician in America today. This guy's still popular by I think 69%. Which shows you the stupidity of this country, and how emotionally fragile we are. You know, even I was in tears when this guy became the president, but I was 24. Now, why do I say everything started with him? Gay marriage. The gay marriage brought you about the almost pedophilic behavior we have right now. That's where it comes from. That is exactly where it comes from. And eventually, pedophiles are going to fight for the rights, and they already are. If you look hard enough, they already are fighting for the rights to be recognized as a legit sexual behavior. As they want to be legitimized, right? And this all started with this man. And he might have done it by design. And he's a flip-flopper. I'll tell you why. I don't believe that he believes gay marriage is real. You don't change after you're 44 in an opinion like that. You know, but let's hear him out. Enough of me yapping. Let's hear out the fish. You know how fish are always flip-flopping.
Your support of civil unions as opposed to marriage, does that amount to separate but equal?
No, I think there are a whole host of things that are civil rights, and then there are other things such as traditional marriage that I think express a community's concern and regard for a particular institution.
So marriage is not a civil right as far as you're concerned?
I don't think marriage is a civil right, but I think that
being able to, right?
but I think that being able to transfer property is a civil right.
At a certain
Yeah, I thought so too. Now this is him a couple of years later, May 9th.
point, I've just concluded
2012, right? But in 2008, he was still against gay marriage. No, 2000. No, he was against gay marriage like 2006 was what I saw. He was campaigning for his presidency still against gay marriage, is what I'm saying. He won in 2008. But in 2012, when he saw that he was not going to get the same numbers again, and Obama hardly won on the second one around. That shit wasn't as powerful as the first one. He won with overwhelming numbers in the first run, but in this run I feel like he got corrupted with the power, and you saw him change as soon as he hit that office. Now you could think it's a conspiracy, but I don't really believe in things like that. I don't believe it's conspiracies. I believe people just act, you know. So I feel when he got in, and he was like, man, if I lose this presidency, I'm gonna go down in history as a one-term president. And I think that's when he got corrupted, right? He was campaigning for his re-election. That's when he flip-flopped on us, when he wanted to become the president again.
for me personally.
And he's lying. Whenever someone's talking to you, right, to your face, and he keeps looking away, he's lying to you, bro. He's lying to you. I knew a nigga that when we was in the set, and that nigga started like, there was a nigga we used to have a nigga interrogate niggas. Like if you're snitching, if you're hanging out with the ops, you feel me? We would interrogate you. And that was my man's Capo 1, right? And Capo will look at you right in your face, my nigga. The minute you looked away, that nigga's gonna slash you or punch you or hit you with a bottle. That was their thing, bro. Niggas don't look away when they're lying. And like, that shit's real, bro. This nigga's a fucking liar.
It is important for me to go ahead and affirm.
If you look at Obama's family is more like my family. His daughters are straight. They're not crazies. They're not woke. Obama's a slick motherfucker. He doesn't agree with this shit. But he wanted the power. He's not an honorable man. That's just what I'm telling you. And he's hurt this country to the point that there's no return. He'll be fine. I'll be fine too, though. But I'm telling you guys, man, wake up, save your money, and plan for an exit strategy. At least plan for your children's exit strategy. And I'm not telling you to give up. Let's fight to the very end. But it's not looking good. This guy's still the #1 most respected person in American politics.
That I think same-sex couples should be able to get married.
There you have it. There you have it. You can't make that shit up, folks. And yet people love them. Gays don't hold it against them. You know?
Cultural topic of today, and again, I know that sometimes people say, Candace, why do you cover culture? Why do you cover it at all? We should just stick to politics.
The truth is that I supported same-sex marriage when before Obama did. I was a little more woke than Obama because I was younger than Obama, right? So I get it. Why I would have been. I was very young and I had just became an atheist and my mind was just changing and I was reading all this bullshit, right? So I done it. I was like, hey, whatever, you know. Same-sex marriage is okay. It's not my business. But now that I get older and I see what the shit's doing to the fucking community, to society, that shit should have never happened. And a guy like Obama that thinks he's that smart should have read some literature on what happens when societies become the way we become, because there's literature on that. A lot of literature on that. Maybe he read it, maybe he didn't, but I don't think he cares, bro. This is another fall of the empire. Obama flip-flopping on the gays. I'm out, guys. Have a great Friday.